Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My channel is all about succulents and cacti, my balcony garden, and houseplants. Lots of houseplants in my apartment. And if that's something that interests you and you want to learn some more about and go on some field trips with me every now and then for some plant shopping, then make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. And if this video at the end gives you some value, then please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite hanging plants or trailing plants. Now some of them I do have as hanging and trailing plants, but a couple of them I have them as both, and one of them I have them as a climbing, so they can be used as either or. And I've got some succulents and some foliage plants to share with you, so stay tuned and we'll get to it. Okay, so let's start off with some succulents, and both of these succulents that I'm going to share with you I actually have inside here in my plant room in the east facing window. It's summer here in Arizona, so the sun is just so harsh that I didn't want to take the chance on these getting burned out. They're a little bit more on the tender side. But if you live in an area, in a climate where the summer isn't that harsh, you can put them out on the patio with some early morning sun. I wouldn't necessarily recommend afternoon sun. And the first one is this guy here that I had actually gotten on a trade. This is the Scenicio Jacobsonii, and one of them actually, that one right there, is a variegated one. I had gotten this on a trade with Emily from the Succulent House, and it's starting to grow. Let me take this off. A little branch there, and this one was longer up until about half an hour ago when I tried to get it out of the macrame. It broke off, but no worries. These roots so very easily. I put it in some water and I will be rooting, and I'll just put it back in here. But it is in my east facing window, and it's just a beautiful succulent, marvelous for hanging and trailing. And like I said, it does come in a variegated version. I have seen a tricolor version where it's variegated, the creamy white and the green, and then some pink in there. Those are kind of rare, so if you see one of those, snatch it up. But this Scenicio Jacobsonii is just gorgeous. And, you know, it does great inside here. In the wintertime, I do have it outside because it can take winters. It can take temperatures down. Well, the winters here in Arizona, it can take temperatures down to 35. So it does okay out here. But if you're somewhere where it freezes, then I would bring it inside for the winter also. Okay. Now the next one, I still have the price tag on it. I've actually had this about 6 months. This is the ruby necklace. And let me see the scientific name. Othona capensis. It's also going to be called Little Pickles, but I know it as the ruby necklace. This one I got at Lowe's. I love the brilliant purple ruby color of the stems and the pickle-like of the look of the leaves. Now this one does bloom. It blooms beautiful little yellow flowers that look like tiny miniature daisies, but they're yellow. It was blooming when I first bought it. I'm hoping that it will bloom again for me. It's also in this east-facing window. It gets dappled morning sun and then bright light the rest of the time. I have not repotted this when it is still in the nursery pot, even the price tag, $12.98. And the soil also, the nursery soil, it seems to be doing fine. I basically, the way that I see if this one needs watering is by the weight of it. Right now it feels a little heavy because I watered it about 3-4 days ago. But, you know, I'll check it in about another 4 days and it'll probably be light, and then I'll go ahead and water it. Take it down and water it thoroughly so it comes out the bottom. But that's basically how I do it. And that seems to be working fine for me because the trails are growing really, really nice. And there's a lot of growth in the center. Look how full that is. So I'm hopeful that it will bloom for me again. And that'll be just beautiful. The little yellow flowers against this purple, violet, ruby stem and the brilliant green on there. It's just really marvelous. It really is. Now coming inside, in my living room, you have seen this gal before. The lady from Ipanema herself. Here she is. The Philodendron Brazil. And this one I got at Lowe's probably about 6 or 7 months ago for $16. Well, I have the price tag on here. This one too, $16.98. I have propagated her quite a bit. She's gone to several homes, so she's super easy to propagate. And I did wrap around one vine that was looking a little haggard. I wrapped it around the top here to kind of, because she's looking a little bare on top, to see if it'll get some more leaves up here. But she's doing really good. I have her hanging in my living room. It's about a good 7 feet back from the patio door, and she seems to like that bright morning sun. She doesn't get direct sun, but she gets bright indirect light, and towards the afternoon it goes more into medium light, but she does well there. And I haven't repotted this one either. She's still in the same soil because the soil looked very chunky, had a lot of perlite in it. I have started fertilizing my plants with liquid dirt. So the last watering all of these guys got last week was with water, filtered water that had the liquid dirt. Let's see, I have it here. The liquid dirt solution in it. Here's the concentrate. So I've heard so many good things about that I finally got it. And I got it through Hardly G's discount code, and I'll put that link down below. If you go to the Liquid Dirt website, you get 25% off using her code. They have it on Amazon, but the code doesn't work on there, I don't think. So anyway, I started using that fertilizer, so I'm hoping that all of these will start giving off really nice foliage. And although some of it is a little small, and I think it may be because I propagated her quite a bit. I cut her up quite a bit, so I'm going to give her a break. No more propagating for her, and let her recover from that. So that is the lady from Ipanema, the Philodendron Brazil. Now moving into my bedroom, I have all hanging plants that are foliage. And just to let you know how I hang my plants, because I had a question on that. Sorry for the noise in the background. They're doing construction across the street, and it's all day, so I'm sorry for that. So all of the plants that I have hanging, and I'll show you a picture here of it, are on curtain rods. And, you know, they're just regular curtain rods that I got from Amazon, and I just put them up there. I am mindful of the weight of the pots that I put on there. If, like for instance, here in the plant room, I do have more pots and even a terracotta pot, because I feel like that one is a little bit more secure. The one in the bedroom, it's at its limit, because I don't think it's as secure. And when I very first put it up, it fell that was an experience cleaning up all that dirt. So it's at its limit right now as far as how many plants it could have. And the one in the living room is on a pole just hooked onto some hangers that normally would go outside, pot hangers that would go outside. I just kind of jimmied that up, and that seems to work because I couldn't find anything that was far out enough from the blinds. So that's how I worked around that problem, and that has all my Hoyas on it. So that's how I hang my plants in an apartment setting. I thoroughly do not expect to get my deposit back based upon all the holes I have put in the walls in this apartment. So, you know, I'm not worried about that. But the next one I have here, and I did not take this one out of its pot. It is, you probably remember this one from Urban Jungle, a line that they sent me some of their plants. Beautiful tribal looking pot. It does have a nursery pot inside. I did not repot this. It is in still the same soil. I got this back in, I want to say in January, February, they sent me these. And look at how she's doing. I have some trails, some vines going up. I think there's like 3 of them going up. See if I can get that there. Going up the little twine hanger, and then some that are hanging. So this one here has this, and this is a Schinaptis argyraeus. Sorry if I did not mention that. But she's doing beautiful. She's just taking off this spring. She was very compact. For the first couple months that I got her, I think she was just settling in. And all of a sudden, the last 2 months, she's just been taking off as far as the growth on the vines trailing. And then I started putting them up here on the twine because she was just growing so much. She gets early morning dappled sun, and there is a grow light there because that particular bedroom window, once the sun starts going over the building, it gets really dark there. So I had to give it some supplemental light for the afternoon. So I do have a grow light that I'll show you here attached to the table that gives all those plants there some supplemental lighting for the afternoon. And they seem to love it because they're all doing really well, especially these vining ones. And I even have one, I didn't take it. Okay, I lost the last minute or so of my recording. Thank goodness it was only a minute. So let me show you the last plant. But what I was telling you before I got cut off there is that my Philodendron silver stripe is starting to grow across that curtain rod in my bedroom, which is, some of you may remember what I wanted it to do. And it's starting to grow across the curtain rod, so that's really cool. Now also in my bedroom, I have this beauty here. This is the Pothos Enjoy, and I have it going up the macrame. I've attached it there with some Velcro, and this is a very slow grower for me. The last 6 months, it's actually grown the most in the 1.5 years that I've had it. It was very compact for a long time. It wasn't dying or anything, it just wasn't doing anything. And then the last 6 months, this vine right here, and you can see also right here that it's got another leaf coming out right there, has finally started growing up. Now it has another vine back here that I am going to let grow down, so it'll be growing up and trailing also. But in my experience, the Pothos Enjoy are slow growers. I don't know, let me know your experience with them, friends. But this one definitely, and finally it just kind of took off. So I think if you just kind of leave them alone and let them do their thing, they will come around and start growing for you. But the leaves are coming in nice and big and healthy. And I do need to put some more soil in it because it seems like it's compacting down and there's, you know, it's just slower. Oh, look who's decided to join us. Come on in. No? Okay. So there you have them, friends. Those are my favorite hanging, trailing plants that I also use as climbing plants. I think that's one of the reasons I love them so much, is that the variety of them and that you can use them in different ways. And also there are succulent trail plants, not just the string of pearls or string of bananas, but that ruby necklace and the Scenicio Jacobsonii are good alternatives that are a bit easier to take care of, I think so. So I hope you enjoyed this video, friends. If you did, I'm going to post another one right up here that I think you'll really love also, so you can take a look at that one. Have a blessed day, friends. I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.